All right, how is everybody doing? Danny Schaefer back with another cook and review video, and today we are reviewing and trying out the RightOnTrek pad thai. So RightOnTrek, they actually reached out to me and sent me a few meals to sample and review, and that's essentially what we're doing. So they basically let me choose 3 of their meals. They have a whole big selection of meals. So the first one that I chose to review is their high country pad thai. So if you guys have watched the channel for any period of time, you know pad thai is my favorite outdoor backpacking backcountry meal. There's some stiff competition out there, so I wanted to try this one first and see how it stacked up. So basically, let's get right into it. The macronutrients on it, I'll pop it up on the screen, but for calories, you have 540. There's 1 serving in here, so 540 calories in the whole bag. You have 22 grams of fat in the whole bag, 72 grams of carbohydrates in the whole bag, and 17 grams of protein in the whole bag. Now, from what I've seen with the RightOnTrek, is that you don't cook them in the bag like a lot of the other meals. So that could be a turnoff for you potentially. You actually end up cooking it in your pot, which I'm pretty used to. I cook a lot of meals when I'm out here backpacking in my personal pot, and so it's really not a big deal to me. Just kind of adds a little cleanup at the end, but that way you're not having to pack out a big, massive bag, if you will, container for all your food like some of the other backpacking meal companies. So I really actually do like the small profile of their meals. I think that's really cool. And I also want to mention to you guys before I get too into this video that they sent these to me, yes, for free to review and sample, but that does not mean I have to give it a good review. If I don't like it, I will tell you guys, and yeah, we're just going to be completely honest with this. Another pro that I really actually like about RightOnTrek is that they are a company out of Kalispell, Montana. You guys probably know I am out of North Idaho, so that's just a few hour drive from me. So I think it's kind of cool that they're fairly local to me personally in the Pacific Northwest. So let's get after it. So the instructions essentially say to boil about 10 ounces of water in your pot, turn down heat and add all ingredients, and then you're going to actually turn down the heat on your stove and cook on a low heat for 4 to 6 minutes, stirring occasionally. It says turn off the heat, cover for 3 minutes, and then enjoy. I'll also put the instructions up on the screen. So let's get 10 ounces of water ready and get it boiling. So my cook setup is the Toaks 1100 milliliter pot. It's a little big, but one, it fits one of these big containers of fuel for longer backpacking trips, and 2, if I want to cook in the backcountry, it's a lot bigger and it's a lot easier to do that than some of the smaller stoves. I have the MSR Pocket Rocket and then just a bigger canister of fuel. So I know that my lid for my pot holds 1 cup of water, 8 ounces, so we're just going to get one of these and then just add a little bit more water into it and then pour it in. So let's do that. Maybe. All right, got a little dirt in there. Didn't spill a drop of that. Yeah. All right. There's 2 more ounces for a total of 10 ounces in our pot. Let's turn the stove on and get the water boiling. Once that's boiling, we'll add the pad thai into it. So in the meantime, let's open it up and see what the dry ingredients look like. All right, So inside we have some extra virgin olive oil. And obviously your desiccant packet, that's right. Okay, so we're at a boil. I'll tell you what, it smells actually really, really good. Peanut sriracha maybe? Yeah, that smells really good. Okay, so turn down heat and add all ingredients. So I suppose I wasn't actually supposed to turn the heat off. So we'll just light it here again. We'll just make it really small there. Okay, so heat's turned down. And then we'll go ahead and also add our extra virgin olive oil. Okay. We'll take our spoon and stir it up. So yeah, we'll just cook it on low now, as low as this guy can go, 4 to 6 minutes, and it just says stir occasionally, and then should be done, and we'll give it a shot. My spoon tastes good. Okay, so while we're continuing to cook, I just wanted to mention that one of the downsides I could see with the RightOnTrek meals that potentially, if you're worried about, fuel conservation, if you're just worried about using your fuel up, that could be an issue. I've got it on low. I always end up with fuel when I come home after these trips anyways, so for me it's not a huge deal. I'm not too worried about using up my fuel, but you do, I think, use a little more than, say, a typical meal where you just pour the boiling water in and wait. So it's probably been about 4 minutes or so. It's starting to thicken up nicely. It looks really good. So we'll probably give it about 1 more minute, and then we'll turn the stove off, turn the propane off, turn the fuel off, and then let it sit for a few minutes and give it a shot. Yeah, it's starting to smell really good. Okay, so it's been about 1 more minute. Let's check it out, see how we're looking. It's getting really, really thick. And it looks really good. Smells good too. Okay, so we'll turn our heat off. Put our lid back on. And let it sit for a while. Okay, so per the instructions, we've waited 3 minutes, and it's time to open up the lid and check out what we have. All right. That thickened up really nice. It smells good. I think it's time to try it, take a bite. Nice. All right, here we go. That was pretty good. That is really good. I like how it thickened up, like the texture and the sauce is perfect. I feel like it could maybe use like a little lime. Those true lime packets, maybe like one of those would go really, really good in this. But from that first bite, that was That was really, really yummy. Let's try it again. I burnt my tongue on that last one. I'd see the peanut sauce is one of the best ones that I've had. I think they've got this recipe pretty dialed. This is awesome. So I don't completely know how it works with RightOnTrek, but they do meal planning for backpacking trips, and I believe you kind of give them an itinerary, like how long are you going to be gone for, and you can put basically your list together of everything you need, calorie wise, macro wise, and they'll basically develop an eating plan for you, or a meal plan for you, and then they'll send it to you, and then you just take what they send. I believe it's already packaged, take it on your backpacking trip, and you're good to go. It just takes so much planning out of preparing for backpacking trips. So I think that's really cool. I'll probably try that out one of these days. Excuse me. Food on my face. That was delicious. Like I said, I think maybe like a little more lime and it would be perfect, but just following the basic instructions, the peanut sauce, the noodles, everything texture-wise just came out perfect. It was like such a good thickness, and that was delicious. So would I recommend the RightOnTrek High Country Pad Thai to you? Yes. Like I mentioned earlier, you have to make it in your pot, so if you're worried about having to clean your pot, then that could be an issue. I've done it quite a bit. All you have to do is boil a little bit of water, bring a rag, paper towel, what have you, wipe it out. It'll come out clean, no problem, super easy. Yeah, that was really, really, really good. If you're interested in trying out the RightOnTrek Pad Thai, I will leave a link down in the description below for you to check out their website, and some of this is really, really good. You guys have to try it out for yourselves. Thank you, RightOnTrek, for sending me the Pad Thai to try out, and I'm looking forward to trying out the other ones that I ordered. Stay tuned for those other videos, you guys, and I hope you guys all enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up on it, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. We will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.